Is being in a band worth it? Hi, my name's Nolan, and I play drums.
And my name's Ben, and I'm the bass player, and we are in the band Pray for Rain.
So, is being in a band worth it? There is a lot that needs to be done to be in a band. It can be looked at small things, to go out and play shows and make a little bit of money off of it, touring, etc. Lots of things go into it. But one thing I find super important, if you want it to feel worth it, is you gotta treat it as a business. What do I mean by a business? Well, every member has to feel this way about it. They wanna grow, they wanna be at least, a little successful, making money to where it actually makes sense. The genre of music you're playing may change that significantly. You gotta consider all those things, and of course you wanna do it for the love of music, but you also have to understand if you're gonna do something like this and you wanna have some kind of success, you need to look at it as a business and treat it as such. Do a lot of research. Talk to other bands that seem like they're doing all the right things and learn from them. That's what we're doing. That's why we're doing things like this, so we can share what we've learned so far, get our experiences of what we've accomplished, and give that info out. This is just things that you should consider. If you want to play shows and just have fun, there's nothing wrong with that. Both Ben and I have done that in the past and had a lot of fun doing it. The problem that we had is it wasn't looked at as a business as everybody, and it was just like an outlet for fun, which again, nothing wrong with that. But you gotta consider these things if you want to have some kind of success. So you gotta take it serious like it is a full-time job and just go crazy with content, everything. You want people to see you so much that you're undeniable. So this is just the way it is now with bands. Got to go all in. I mean, as an example of an old band that we were in, we didn't get paid a lot, but we'd play some shows where they would give us some money at the end of the night. The problem that we had is we'd get paid some money, right? And each member would get their cut out of that. And instead of investing it into the band, we struggled to always have merchandise like he's talking about. Merchandise that you buy to have at your shows does depend on the time of year. If you're playing a winter show, you're not gonna have tank tops. You're gonna want those hoodies or long sleeve shirts or something, because it's colder out. It's just like a store. They're gonna put out commercials or whatever for stuff that suits the season. We would spend all of our money, just put it in our pockets individually, like, oh, I made 30 bucks. Instead of taking that, 150 or whatever we got paid way back when and investing it into the band. We even got docked points on a competition we were part of because we didn't have any merch, because we couldn't afford it. Ben's right about all of his stuff that he's talking about. And again, just another reason to reiterate, you need to treat it like a business. Even if your show only made you $100, you should consider putting that $100 aside to reinvest in the band until you start making more money, and that you can start paying each member a dividend off of that, and not just blow it all on yourselves and then be stuck not having merch. Those are things you gotta think about. Those are things you need to start doing, and what we started doing earlier on now, instead of way back then, we were just not thinking of those things. So you gotta figure all those things out. Always treat it like a business if you wanna make money. That is why there's successful musicians out there, because they treat it like a business and they're passionate about it. I'm not saying don't do this, just for money. You gotta like the music too. That's very important. So I'm not trying to say it's not. I'm just gonna keep hitting that nail on the head. If you just wanna have fun, there's nothing wrong with that, and having 5 or however musicians you need for your band to have fun. But for us, we wanna make some money, and we also wanna do it with something that we love and enjoy, and that's why we're doing this.